Hey bookworms, it is Saturday and that means it's time for another Meet the Author. And today I bring you Suse Wilcox. How you doing, Suse?
I'm very good, thanks.
Excellent. And Suse is was one of the panelists from the January 8th author and their book and journey panel. So if you have seen that video, she is on that along with 5 other authors. But we're here to talk about her books today, and she writes psychological thrillers, middle school adventures, and contemporary fiction books. So, Suse, can you tell us about yourself as an author, how you got into writing?
I worked in corporate finance for many years, and when my kids were young, I would write on the side, more as a hobby. I've always enjoyed reading and writing, and if I had the chance to do it over, I would have been more strategic about it, because I loved writing, and then I experimented with publishing, and now here I am as a storyteller. But there's a lot of steps to that process, and like I said, if I would have known that I enjoyed it so much, I would have handled it a little differently.
Okay. And Shrive is your psychological thriller book.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that?
Yeah. After an assignment in Hawaii, Katie is no longer herself. The charm is gone, and it's replaced by something cold and cruel. Her husband calls it psychosis. Her friends call it possession, but the truth is something far darker. So it's a haunting psychological thriller about trauma, love, and the demons we inherit.
Okay. And how did you come up with your characters for this book?
Well, you know, as somebody who likes to tell stories, you always have people and ideas floating in your head. But I would say that it's just based off of a woman who's dealt with tragedy and transformed. And honestly, I've met women in real life that have done that. So all of that kind of flows into the book.
Okay. Any favorite character of yours in the book?
Well, the main character, Katie, I think, because she has dealt with a traumatic past, and then she ends up in a hopeful place.
Okay. All right. And is this a standalone book, or is it intended to be part of a trilogy or series?
A series, and the second book should be out by the end of this year.
Okay, excellent. And you are indie published on your own?
Yes.
Right. And okay, where is the book set? Where is Shrive set at?
Well, it begins with Katie being in New York, married to her husband, who is a renowned psychiatrist, but her work takes her to different places because she works for a thrill-seeking magazine and cable show. So she goes on trips to basically participate in thrill-seeking adventure. So it starts in Hawaii for her, and then she also goes to Africa.
Anyways, would you like to read the first paragraph of Shrive?
Sure. Chapter 1, Unseen Demons. We are all here for a reason. Some of us know that reason early on. We are attuned to our destiny. For others, it takes longer. And then there are people like me, who live with a strange sense that we are meant to be part of something important, a unique mission perhaps. Yet we shrink from our calling and readily cast aside such inklings to focus on everyday life. We hide amidst everyday life. We hide until our options are diminished, but even then, there is no certainty we will choose the better of those options. There is no certainty we will take the path to good over evil. People entrapped by spiritual battles can lead us astray. Do we forgive them anyway? Our own spiritual battles can ensnare us. Do we forgive ourselves? Katie.
I like it. Really
Thanks.
sets up like what the dilemmas are going to be.
Yeah,
as it
there's
goes forward.
it touches on, like I said, good and evil and spiritual warfare, and it's up to the reader which path they think is responsible for Katie.
Let's talk about your contemporary fiction book, Every October. Tell me about that book.
In Every October, a woman named Jennifer seems to have the world collapse every October.
Oh.
And this October, she her idea for a book is stolen by her boyfriend. She thinks she's lost her best friend, and her son goes missing on Halloween.
Okay. And
So-
is that a standalone book or part of a series?
Yes,
or-
that's a standalone book.
Standalone book.
It's a seasonal read, inspirational.
Okay. And then you also write middle school adventure books.
Right.
And I see here The Secrets of Chilkoot Trail. I don't know what the first one of this is, but can you tell us about the middle school adventures?
Okay, yes. These two books, the Secret series, are fantasy adventure for ages 8 to 12. And they involve a brother and sister who travel with their grandparents. In the first book, they travel to Alaska, and in the second book, they travel to Hawaii. In the first book, they get taken astray by a Grugel, which is a keeper of the forest, and they end up having to help the Grugels and also find their way back home. In the second book, they are in Hawaii and they meet up with a local Hawaiian girl, and she is attempting to save her heritage and her homeland. So they get swept up in an adventure where they have to rescue bones of ancient warriors, and they do that with the help of menehune, which are comical trickster spirits from Hawaiian mythology.
Okay. And Rubik's?
And Rubik's is about two brothers who spy on their neighbors, and with the help of a family pet, they get involved in crime fighting.
Okay. That's the one you said was kind of a crime fiction book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there more to come of this series, The Secrets of Chilkoot Trail?
Yes.
Okay.
The third book in that series, the brother and sister meet up with their cousin in Italy and get caught up in an adventure there.
Okay, excellent. And where can people find your books?
They're on Amazon, and my website displays them as well.
And what is your website?
www.susewilcox.com.
Okay. And you're also on Facebook?
I am.
Right.
Primarily on Instagram, yeah.
Okay. And I thought of my question. As far as your target audience, any specifics on that, or anything you can tell us about who might be most interested in reading your books?
For these two, contemporary fiction and Shrive, obviously, adult women. Men like the book Shrive as well. And then the middle grade books, ages 8 to 12.
Okay. What would you say is your biggest challenge of being an indie author?
Marketing. It's a constant job, whether you're using social media or going to author events. And I love author events because you get to talk to readers and engage with other authors as well. But writers like to write, and they like to tell stories. And that side of the business where you're having to promote yourself and market on a daily basis consumes a good amount of time.
Excellent.
And then in Shrive, there are a lot of bad characters that she's dealing with, and she's put in predicaments where the reader will have to decide for themselves what they would do in that circumstance. Like there's a case where she's in a car accident, and the person next to her she could help revive, but so the question is, well, what would you do? Because it plays on good and evil in this book. So what would you do in that circumstance? And then she's also in a position where she could shoot somebody who's a really bad person. And, you know, does she? I mean, you'd have to read the book, but
Okay.
the question is, well, what would you do? Was she justified or not in whatever decision she made? So the book tackles, you know, someone coming from a traumatic background, being put in situations, and then trying to find out what the right path is.
Any character in your book that you think that I would like to spend a day or afternoon with? Like,
Oh, goodness. Well, I think you would enjoy spending time with the creatures in the middle grade books. The one is a Grugel, and I see Grogu up there on your wall. It would be kind of like spending the day with that, which would be fun, I think. In this book, there's many Huni, which are fun creatures.
okay.
And then, of course, in this book, I think you would enjoy spending time with Katie.
Okay. Provided she doesn't kill me.
Correct.
And your covers. Can you tell us how you came about your covers, or anything to remark on those?
Basically, just searching. There are a lot of cover companies online, and I went with one of them called eBook Launch, and they work with you to put forward a cover. But in some of the books, you know, I just created them from like Canva. So.
Okay. Now you mentioned ebooks. Are these available in ebook form as well, or just print, or both?
Yeah, they're available in ebooks and Audible.
Okay. Excellent. Oh, audiobooks too.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I'm not familiar with that, although I did listen to one recently. Did you select your reader for that? Narrator?
Somewhat. Amazon now allows you to choose different voice and different voices and age appropriate voices. So I used that technology.
Most of my authors that I interview pretty much stick to one genre that they seem to write in. But you're three genres. Do you have a favorite? Like, what do you like to write most of these three genres?
I think I like, you know, the psychological thriller because it's very thought-provoking. But I had fun with all of them.
Okay.
You know.
Any future plans to delve into any other genres?
I think I would like to delve into historical fiction. I enjoy reading that myself. Kristen Hanna is one of my favorites, and at some point I think I would like to do the research and explore an avenue there.
Okay. I always like to ask this of authors when you're not writing, and just what do you enjoy doing?
Oh, I love being outside. I love sports. I'm very active. I'm a runner. I like biking, swimming, all of that. And then I love reading, and travel.
All right. Well, I enjoyed talking with you this afternoon, and I'm going to let you mix and mingle with the folks who are here, and happy to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
I
right.
appreciate it. And your store's wonderful.
All
It's a great place to be.
Well, thank you, Susie.
Yeah.